Hey there guys, welcome to the show. This is Idiot Box Radio and my name's Tori. I'm coming to you live and direct from Geelong, Victoria, Australia. Or as I like to say, my name's Tori, yours is not, and this is Idiot Box Radio. Dun dun dun, dun dun dun.
It's Idiot Box Radio with your host Tori.
Thank you, Gary. Hold steady. Okay, today we're going to be doing a book review, guys, but stick around because there's going to be two versions. But first, we have a letter sent to me by Matt, and because he tells me bad things, I am not going to say his last name, but Matt has been a listener forever, and I'm super glad that you are still on board. Here's the letter, and don't forget, guys, you can email me at idiotboxradio@gmail.com, where you will achieve notoriety, and I will read out your emails to me, so make sure you're doing it, idiotboxradio@gmail.com. Here it goes. Tori, what's up, my man? We are out here, we are here, listening to your dulcet tones, contacting you through the Ouija board, through the airwaves, or however the fuck the internet works. I've been enjoying your retail stories lately and I've got a good one for you. I work in an outdoor gear retail store. Think hiking, climbing, skiing equipment, but retail nonetheless. Being a specialty store, our customer base for the most part are normally pretty well informed. Nice people, generally stoked to get outside. However, we are also one of the only outdoor gear shops near the tourist town of Lake Placid, New York, which gets a lot of traffic since it hosted the Winter Olympics back in the day. Anyhow, onto the story. It's the week before Christmas and we're very busy and classically understaffed. I know that feeling. I'm out the front talking to folks, helping someone pick out a jacket, renting a family snowshoes, and also trying to keep an eye on the register. The other person I was working with was helping fit someone with hiking boots, so I was stuck in the boot room and couldn't help. After ringing someone out, I turn around. I'm assuming that means like taking their money. Turn around and this older lady is standing at the counter and has the nerve to say the following. Can I give you some advice? Fuck me, I think. What now? You should really wait on your customers. To which I reply, oh, I'm sorry. We normally always do. She cuts me off and says, no one came up to me and asked me if I needed help. Me. Sorry about that. As you can see, the store's very busy, and I'm the only one out here. She then throws a pile of shit on the counter and says, I've clearly annoyed you. I'm going to leave. Not that I could give two shits, but I still say, oh no, you're fine. I'm not upset. She quickly purchases her items, not saying anything. I give her a big smile and say, you have a nice day now. She walks out the door saying, what a fucking shit show. How's that for some holiday spirit? Not a thank you for working at the holidays, no patience for someone managing an entire store full of people solo, nothing. Miserable old cunt. Anyways, I just thought I'd share the continuing nightmare that is retail during the holidays. Keep up the great work, mate. Matt, you're a fucking legend. Thank you so very much for sending that through. It made my day. It made me feel for you. It made me feel the love. Can I feel the love tonight? Yes, indeed I can, thanks to Matt. All right, guys, let's get on to it. As always, you can go to idiotboxradio.com, support the show, and on the YouTube channel, which is Tori Idiot Box Radio, you will see the names of my patrons. So please fucking check them out because they're the ones who assist the channel. You can be one of them. It costs bugger all, and it helps me become rich and famous. Now, guys, this is a horror book. I'm going to do two versions of this. One is the review at the start, and then the second one is the I'll show you my indignation. No, not indignation. But I'm going to spoil it. So I'll let you know when the spoiling one's going to start. You can stay for it or you can fucking do fucking whatever you want. Fucking chicken. Sorry, Henry. The book is called Woom and WOOM, and it's by an author by the name of Duncan Ralston, and it says in the front, an extreme horror novel. And it is basically, the little blurb on the front says, trust me when I say this is messed up. To say that this book is messed up is treating it lightly, treating it gently, going out on a first date and not even trying for a kiss. This book is filled with fucked up stories and ideas that Ralston has decided to put in print. It's a short book. It's only 100 odd pages. The font is fairly big. I hate to say it, but as fucked up as it is, it marries up very nicely at the end. Like, as long as you can have an appreciation for gore, yucky times, perversion, then this book is really well done, and for what it is within the genre, it does its job exceedingly well. Now, what it does also have in it is some of the most fucked up stuff that I can think of since American fucking Psycho. In fact, I think it goes beyond American Psycho by Bret Easton Ellis. So Ralston, well done on this. Basically, the whole idea is that there's a guy called Angel, and he rents a hotel room, and he also hires a prostitute and proceeds to tell her fucked up stories that she is listening to, whilst he does what you sometimes might do with a prostitute, would you, to be the sort of person to get a prostitute as opposed to just getting a hand shandy when you go into a rub and tug massage parlour. That's a story for another time. I'm not saying I did it, but it's saying it's a story for another time. I'll tell you about it though. Sort of funny, sort of not funny, but sort of funny, but ultimately very different. An underworld in Geelong that I didn't know existed. Okay, but that's not what we're talking about today. If you want to email the show about that, idiotboxradio@gmail.com. Thank you so very much. So all these stories though, they are messed up, but they're very well told, very understandable, totally unrelatable to most of you, thank goodness. But they all tie together very nicely with a very surprising and shock outcome at the end of the book. So all things said and done, out of 10, I'd probably be giving this book just because of the way it does all tie up, and the fact that at first I was disgusted a little bit, a lot. No, I was a lot disgusted. And then I sat back and went, oh my God, did that just actually happen? Yes, it did. And then I found myself having a newfound appreciation for what Ralston has tried to do. And I have to say that in terms of body horror, not supernatural horror, this is a pretty full-on little book, but it is one that if you're into that sort of thing, it's worth checking out. You'll see the front cover on the album art, and if you can't see the front cover because you're listening through Apple Podcasts, then go to idiotboxradio.com and you'll see a picture of it. Otherwise, you'll see it on maybe TikTok if I post it there. I don't know. I'm running out of time for the TikTok thing. Otherwise, it'll be on my YouTube channel because I'm not going to perform on video like a monkey. So there will simply be a picture of the book. In any case, so give it a shot. It is a shocking story of a motel room where a lot of bad stuff happens. And Angel is telling the story to Shyla, and she's sitting there in absolute shock, and then she ends up having her own stories. And all things said and done, you realise that everything is interlocked and the world's a small place, and this hotel has many, many, many fucked up and dark secrets which you are going to explore in room 6 said hotel. Make sure you do check it out. It's worth doing. If you're under 18, don't even try this book. It's too messed up. If you're over 18, tuck in. And as I always say, I'm not your parent. I'm not going to tell you how to live. So if you're under 18, I've just simply given you some advice. You don't have to follow it. It's not up to me. I'm not your mum, not your dad. I'm not your carer. I'm not your ward of the state. I'm just Tory Idiot Box Radio doing my thing on the internet webs, as I have for nearly 20 fucking years. All right, so legends. Here's the deal. Get ready. That's the end of the show if you don't want the spoilers, but if you do, here we go. So, here it is. Okay, thanks. Cheers. This book is fucking messed up, guys. Seriously, from the start through to the end, the stories are messed up. There's shit in it like fucking, there's a heroin addict whose partner and she, because she gets into debt for fucking taking too many drugs and not paying for them, they have to mule drugs from Canada to America. She's shoving the little packets of heroin up into her vag, right? And one of them bursts. She fucking dies of an overdose in the hotel room. The drug dealer's like, no, I don't give a fuck, and tells the guy if he wants to live, then he's going to have to scoop him out. He scoops him out, and from memory, because it's been a couple of little days since I've last read it, he scoops the drugs out, and then he's swallowing them, and then he shits them out, right? Because he's had a fucking bowel motion, and then he has to swallow them again. So you've got shit, you've got death, you've got a miscarried fetus involved, and then eventually he has to mule the drugs for this drug dealer called Juicy over to America, and that's where you think the story finishes. Then the next chapter, I'm not going to tell you all the stories, just to give you an idea how fucking messed up this thing is. So then in the next one, Juicy's back in the hotel room again, and he doesn't realize that he's been set up to take part in a porn movie, and the porn actress who he does end up having sex with in it has inserted fake blood into her anus, so as when he penetrates her, the blood balloon explodes and blood goes all over him, and he has a fucking meltdown, which is then filmed, and then he is blackmailed extensively in order for that movie to never hit the light of day. And they're the light-hearted story. Trust me, this is a full-on blood, guts, drugs, sex, fucked up smother box of a story. Yes, the smother box is another reference that all ends ends up becoming interconnected and part of a far larger story that Angel is telling Shyla. The two of them sort of build up a sympathetic, empathic relationship during this messed up fucking ride. And by the end of it all, you have got one of the most fucked up finito finales that you can ever imagine. And now, here we go. I'm going to tell you. So this is why this is the spoiler-filled version that you still may want to read. So I'm not going to give you the full description, but let's just say during all these stories, Angel has been dilating Shyla, and the whole way through. And I'm talking about her vagina, okay? The whole way through, he's been dilating her, and the whole way through, I thought to myself, oh my God, is he going to put his head inside? Yeah, he does. And I won't tell you what occurs because honestly, if you don't mind pretty extreme, it's well worth reading, and Ralston's done a really good job of horrifying yet making you want to read. You can pretty much do this book in, I don't know, maybe an hour and a half or so if you're a fast reader. Maybe a couple of hours if you're a slow reader. But it's well worth it to get through to the payout at the end. It's well worth it. It's just fucking messed up, guys. But it'll be one of those books that you do set aside, that you go to your friends, oh my God, I read this and the guy who wrote it was fucking cool. In any case, that is the book review for Woom. It altered my brain, and just when I thought it couldn't get worse, it did. But then I do have to give full credit to Ralston for the way he ties it all together neatly, and all of a sudden you're going, holy shit, how did he do that? And it is very cleverly done. And look, like I said, if you're into that sort of thing, you're going to really appreciate the overall arc of the story, even though it will leave you feeling dirty and messed up inside. All right, guys, check out idiotboxradio.com. Go there, support, become a patron. I'd appreciate it. You'll get notoriety, and all things said and done, we'll just become fucking best mates, all right? Till next time, catch you later.